We're not against rap. We're not against rappers. But we are against those.
Something big about to happen. I hear the beat tapping. We some fly rhyming felines rapping on the track. Better yet, grab a gat, cause we hot like Enzo. Doors closed, windows up, cause that's the way we like to ride. Windy City hitting. Check mic 1 2 1 2. We live, baby.
Yo, what's up, Chicago? And welcome back to Speak Your Mind Radio, episode 627, season 18. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Queen Star, aka MzHipHop. And today, y'all, we have a dope guest in the building with us. He is a Bronx-born hip-hop artist, educator, entrepreneur, and father, plus a lyricism known for bridging the gap between hip-hop generations. So, without further ado, up next to the mic, the one and the only Mickey Factz. What's up, Mickey?
Schmicky. What's going on?
Everything, man. Thank you for being on today's show.
Absolutely.
Okay, so here at Speak Your Mind Radio, we traditionally do an icebreaker question for all the artists, so let's get started. Okay. What does it mean to be an MC in hip hop?
It means to control the crowd, have versatility in a space where people can not only feel what you're saying from an emotional standpoint, but you can also create a vibe for people to enjoy themselves and be entertained by. I personally believe that the ones that are emotionally available as well as intellectually capable are the best MCs, and the reason why they are highly regarded in the space right now, currently.
Wow, what a great answer. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so I want to ask you, how did you feel when you heard that Afrika Bambaataa passed away at 68 years old?
I thought it was 67, and I didn't really have no feeling towards it. There's a lot of people that are saying that he abused them and he never answered for those crimes and accusations. I could see if it was one or two people, but there was 25. And there were 25 people that came out, and there were hundreds, they say, that suffered at the hands of him. So his death, even though he did, they're saying that he started hip hop, like he was the guy, like Kool Herc, threw the first party and DJ'd and all of that. But Bambaataa was the one who kind of started it. So his contributions, it's like, all right, we appreciate what you did contribution-wise, but morally, I just don't align with those principles. And I think that, once the culture I found out around the same time everybody else found out, this was, it was just secret rumors that older Bronx OGs knew about. I didn't know about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was running around saying I'm going to be the new Afrika Bambaataa soundtrack for 2016 in 2008. And I didn't know that was happening. I wish I could retract these statements because I don't want to be in alignment with someone morally doing things to harm other people. So his passing had no effect or bearing on my life or my career.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you for being honest about it, not sugarcoating anything. I really appreciate that authenticity. Okay, so you're a father now, obviously. Talk to us about how your dad used to help you recite his raps at an early age.
So he was rapping to me while I was in the womb. So this is like 1982, maybe. I was born in July, so it had to be 1982. And, I found some of his music when I was like 6 or 7 years old, streetwise. So this is about 1989, 1990. And, my family made fun of him for trying to be a rapper, back in 83, 84. He recorded. And he had an old school style. Like he was doing all that, but he was a hustler. He was trying to get to the bag to provide for his family. And he tried it, and for me, I look at that like, okay, that's what's up. You tried, I went further, and did what I had to do. And now my son, he out here doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's 6 years old, picking up the mic, saying Mickey, Mickey, all this crazy stuff. It's fun. It's cute to see, but we'll see. Whatever he wants to do, I'm gonna support him. You know what I mean?
That is so cute. I love it. I love it. Your son doing the same thing you did at that same exact age. I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. So, um, you lasted in the game where a lot of artists tend to fade. What's your key to longevity, Mickey?
I think it's authenticity and consistency. There are days when I don't want to do this. There are days when I say, this is not for me anymore. It's time to leave. But this is all I know. It's how I've made my living for the past 19 years. I've stuck through. I don't know how. Like, I think it's just being creative, reinventing myself, constantly and consistently networking, interacting with people, not shunning anyone who wants to talk to me, creating new avenues and business models, not only for myself, but for other people, allowing my intellectualism to shine bright so that I can create different avenues for myself. I think it's important for Black men to not stray from, intellect, right? A lot of us, there's this hyper masculine thought process to have, or this ultra tough bravado standpoint to portray. And, in my experience, that doesn't translate to corporate dollars. It doesn't translate to people wanting that kind of energy constantly around. And, it's okay to be a character at some point. It's okay to entertain. But when you are trying to elevate and move in spaces that typically wouldn't be offered to you because of the color of your skin and the negative stereotypes that are portrayed to Black men, you have to start elevating and maturing. And for me, creating a school, creating a consulting platform, and a marketing strategy platform for newer artists is what kept me in this space, on top of being an MC and a lyricist. Now, I think a lot of times artists just think it's all about the music. No, the music is the soundtrack to lives, and you have to create other avenues in order to sustain that soundtrack, right? So create a clothing line or a merch brand. Now you are the daily wear for the soundtrack, right? Think about the thought process that people have to have. Do you have a daily mantra? Interact with it's so many different things. And I feel like people just want to rap and be on Instagram and get likes. And it's way more deeper than that.
Wow. I have to compliment you, a head nod to your the way you express yourself. Like is beautiful. Like just the way you talk, you know what I'm saying? It's like a
I appreciate
professor.
that.
You're
Oh yeah,
welcome.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, so now you representing the Bronx. What keeps your sound fresh and authentic when everything around you is constantly changing in music?
I believe that music is art, and expression is a part of that art. And we should be always looking to reinvent ourselves and not necessarily remain young, but keep up with the times. When you look at our parents, sometimes they are having a tough time navigating through new apps and navigating through through new technology and televisions. And I went to a museum yesterday in Ohio. I'm here in Atlanta right now. I'm getting flued out to New York today, actually. But I was at COSI. I went to a science museum yesterday in Ohio. And 60 years ago, the TVs were big boxes, right? And they only had like 2 or 3 channels. So imagine a child, like my father's a child, watching a TV on a big box, and now he has a 75-inch flat screen TV in his living room. So he's keeping up with the times. It's not that he's remaining young, he's keeping up with the times. He has an iPhone. They had rotary phones back then, and beepers and pay phones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you have to keep up with the times. He's still who he is, but he's keeping up with the times, still dressing how an older man should dress and speaking like one. So we have to do the exact same thing when it comes to art and music. The flow has to be shifted sometimes, but the content remains the same for our core belief system. And I think if we can continue to do that, that's how you sustain a space in this time frame. Because I don't want to be the old man on the porch yelling at the sky. That's not me. Yeah. I want to embrace what's happening and move with the times. A lot of times, a lot of purists feel like, no, this is how it should sound. And those are the people that are against evolution in general.
Yes. Wow. That was better said than a lot of people would say, put it, that's what my father taught me, to keep up with the times,
Right.
So period. Okay. So Mickey, what do you have coming up next in the works for you?
Well, I got my school, Pendulum Inc., where people sign up to be better MCs and better lyricists, and we have tons of artists and guests that are coming to encourage the students that are pulling up to the space. Also, a couple shows coming up with the Locks in Vegas in June and July. I have a show in Atlanta on the 19th with my guy Alfred Banks. I'm headlining a show in Philly on the 23rd. Very excited about that. Virginia Beach sometime in August. And supposed to go to Australia for 2 shows. So, just a lot of moving around, a lot of music coming out. Delta Slim is the next project that I have coming out with Currency on the first single called Lead by Example. Just trying to constantly and consistently provide outlets for not only myself, but other artists that are on the come up. My Kelowna Cap show that I stream every single night. To give new artists a chance to have a voice and to be a part of my audience, while whoever has the best song, they get a prize, whether it be a free feature from me or come to the school for free for a day or a week, or even doing some marketing breakdowns and some consulting calls. All of these things are meant to uplift the community in a way that allows people to feel like they are part of something, because they are a part of something. Everything that I do and try to do is familial. And I feel like that is what hip hop should be about. It's about community. It's about culture. It's about family.
Wow, that's incredible. I look forward to all your endeavors in the future. And I wish you the best of luck on all your shows and getting flued out,
Yes.
You're so funny.
For sure.
Okay. Okay, Mickey, thank you so much for attending Speak Your Mind Radio with MzHipHop today. Again, graciously appreciate your presence, brother.
I appreciate you, Queen. Have a wonderful weekend.
You too. And hold on for 1 second if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Bye, Chicago.